What's up, boys and girls? It's your girl, Mayr in the mornings. Woo! It counts. It counts if I log on before noon, right? It's still technically morning. Oh! Started a new workout routine. It's fucking hard to start working out. I want to stop. I've done it 3 times. I'm like, where's my six pack? Does anybody else feel that way? Like, how many times do I have to fucking work out before I get svelte? It's all right. I'll hang in there. I'll hang in there. I'll keep going. I'll get to a point where I'm crushing it, going, 4 times a week or whatever. What do you guys do? Or is anybody in shape here? It's hard. Okay. Um, my album is coming out March 15th. Planning a lot of things for the release of this album. Very excited about it. March 15th is full. The Ides of March. Wow. My album will come out on the Ides of March, Tuesday, March 15th. Live from January 6th. Will be available for purchase. Where that will be, I don't know. And where you can pre-order, I also don't know. But I know that my good buddy Aaron Berg will be handling everything. And I have the utmost faith in him. I need to get it pressed onto vinyl. So I'm going to find out from Don Jameson who he used to put his album on vinyl, just because it's so darn cool. I would really like to have that happen. So Aaron Berg of Uncanceled, I think it's called Uncancelable Records, will be producing my album, available March 15th. Pre-order will be a couple weeks in advance. So I'm planning a little bit of a media tour, press tour. I don't know. I'm going to go around talking about the thing. Couple of shows coming up. Comedians of the Compound will be back to Governors in Levittown, February 26th. I don't know what to do with my freaking hair. And then I'll be heading to Georgia to do the Wormhole Comedy Club March 19th, then to Florida to do Side Splitters in Tampa March 20th, and then Comedians of the Compound will be heading back to Atlantic City for some springtime comedy April 22nd and 23rd. That makes me happy thinking about the springtime. I was listening to the Daily Wire today because I subscribed, honestly, to get this mug. If I'm being totally honest, it was like right around Christmas time, before Christmas, and they're like, "Oh, it's a special if you sign up. You get not one but 2 Leftist Tears mugs," and they got me. They got me on that. I was like, "I want that mug." So I got 2 of them. I gave one to Frank's mom and one to me. But they're actually pretty freaking quality, and I've seen people try to sell these online, like eBay, because they're Yeti. It's like Yeti quality, which is very good. It handles hot or cold. But anyway, I'm not here to sell you this mug that I got for free. I'm not selling it. I'm keeping it. It's pretty great though. So, yeah, a lot in the news. Oh, I was listening to NPR and they're talking about, I guess they do this study once every 3 or 4 years where they measure people's happiness. I guess it used to always be 1 in 10 people considered themselves unhappy. Now, guess what? Guess what? You're right. It's more. Um, Now 1 in 3 or 4 people consider themselves to be unhappy. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what caused that. Could it be the 2 years of feeling isolated, of lockdowns, of bullshit mandates? Yeah. And I guess this was an interesting study. They said it's most affecting the youth. Not surprised there. They said it's mostly affecting Democrats, that Republicans are reportedly consistently happier than Democrats. I don't know. I don't consider myself a Republican. I like to observe everyone in the wild. And part of the study concluded that married people consistently more happy and fulfilled feeling than single people. So if that's a reason to make you want to settle down, go for it. It's going to make you happier. Oh my God. First super chat of the morning. It's still the morning. It's 11:56 a.m., which means this is still technically Mayr in the morning. Russ, man, what's up, buddy? Hale, please don't go to Atlantic City. It will be difficult to extract you safely. What's wrong with Atlantic City? It's fun. I've done shows there in the past. I think I did something there in 2020 at some point. I don't know what to do with this microphone. I keep touching it. Thanks, Russ, man. Thanks, buddy. Love you guys. Oh, we got a birthday in the chat. Apex Comics, what's up? My birthday is between the Ides of March and St. Patty's Day. My book Fembat will be out in early April. Indiegogo. Love to buy your album. Hail chat. Ooh, congrats, Apex Comics. I'm always impressed when somebody can throw together a book. You know who has thrown together a book? My boy, Christian Toto. Actually, I did an episode with him. Came out yesterday, a CMP, a full interview. This is his first book. It just came out. He just sent it to me. Just got it in the mail. By Christian Toto. Forward by Andrew Clavin. Virtue Bombs. How Hollywood Got Woke and Lost Its Soul. Not only is this a great book, but your girl's in it. In chapter 16, comedians fight back. This is very exciting. In fact, a couple of people in the Compound crew are featured in this book. So it's pretty exciting. Hold on. My phone's blowing up. This is my life now. Okay, this is pretty cool. So, I mean, did I just skip to the page that I was on? Maybe. Did I not fully read the whole book yet? Maybe. Did I, but I was excited. So this is really cool. I'm going to start from where they start mentioning compound media. So he said, like comedians that are associated with the Take No Prisoners approach to like fighting this woke bullshit that's going on. Ricky Gervais, John Cleese, Adam Carolla. Shout out to Adam. Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr. Other comics lack the industry clout of these truth tellers, but that makes them even braver, considering the jokes they dare to share. Many of them hunkered down at Compound Media. The service started in 2014 with the Anthony Cumia Show, hosted by half of the radio powerhouse Opie and Anthony. That's it, the Anthony part. Compound Media offers a crush of video podcasts where the hosts are free to speak their minds, and boy, do they take full advantage of that freedom. Timid listeners might want to sip some chamomile tea after a few episodes. I wonder if he's talking about my show. Everyone else, especially those weaned on classic Howard Stern, will relish the no holds bar banter. Sponsors are few, with the monthly fee providing the bulk of the revenue. That allows them to operate freely without worry of a boycott from a major car manufacturer or fast food franchise. Aaron Berg, he mentions Aaron Berg, co-host with Gino Bisconti of Compound Media's In Hot Water, suggests the rise of woke comedy is a way for comedians to avoid spending years and years honing their craft. Woke comedians, for the most part, this is a quote from Berg, are people who haven't been able to excel at the art form. It's an excuse for not being able to kill in the clubs, Berg says. The biggest killers, the funniest guys and girls, paid their dues. They were able to learn how to kill. These people don't want to put that work in, and they don't want to associate with those who want to put the work in. Berg cites comedians Gary Gulman as an exception. Gulman, he says, shifted his material in recent years to reflect a more woke persona, but he retained the laughter. He's only good at it because he's been doing it for 30 years, he says. Otherwise, the woke comic operates on a different principle, he says, one that seems antithetical to the job description. Belly laughs shouldn't be a requirement, he says, of their philosophy. It should be right and proper and educational and progressive. That's what we talk about when we say clapter. It's just like approval. It's not like a visceral response to humor. Some of these comics target folks like Berg directly. They may tag him along with a comedy club on social media to sway the latter from hiring him for a gig. He's a Nazi, Berg summarizes some attacks against him. These people are not good people, says Berg, who adds that many have their own skeletons in the closets that they're trying to hide. I don't know if it's projection or deflection. One thing is clear. They may be loud and riding the cultural wave, but he says they're in the minority. Perhaps the funniest thing a woke comedian will do is insist an audience is wrong for not being offended as much as they are. He says the average New York comedy club is the picture of diversity, a room where a good comic can make everyone of every nationality, creed, or color laugh. You know what you're doing cannot be wrong, he says. Tell that to the woke observers who fold their arms and wonder why the stupid audiences are laughing in the first place. It's elitist, Berg says. The surliest woke critic, he says, comes when his attackers insist he craves free speech to say something truly awful, like the N-word. Yeah, I've heard this too. Nobody wants that. They just want to be able to say the things they're feeling, those things that aren't always good, he says. People would love to shut comedy down. Comedy expresses freedom of thought, freedom of speech. They don't want people talking. Chrissie Mayr, that's me, also calls Compound Media home. She's fully aware it's one of the few safe spaces left for here comes a big word, unexpurgated. What the fuck does that mean? Comedy. The Wet Spot hostess graduated college in 2005 and sounded like most of her peers, politically speaking. I would have been woke if I graduated college 10 years later, Mayr says. True. Her political leanings and sense of humor evolved beyond graduation. She also developed a thicker skin and a propensity to find humor in virtually any situation. So when a comedian appeared and abruptly walked off the set of a Compound Media show, she and her colleagues had some fun with it. I guess some of you know what we're talking about. The comic in question said she was being bullied by the show's fans, including one who noted that she could use a railroad spike in the keister. I can't believe this is in the book. A comment that's both crude and in line with the Compound Media mythos. Mythos? Who could take such an insult seriously? This fucking bitch did. The battle progressed from there, including Mayr dressing up as an oversized railroad spike made from tinfoil. We're all comedians. We're all public figures. We leave ourselves out in the open to parody, she says. Like the Shtick or Treat comedy show in New York, where comedians impersonate other more famous comedians. The last time I did it was probably 2018 when I did Michelle Wolf. It was pretty fun. This particular comic, though, wasn't content slinging comebacks live or on social. She turned a lot of comics against me, Mayr said, adding that a professional connection from NBC's America's Got Talent series called her personally to share what she was told about her. It scared the shit out of me, Mayr said, and other comics rallied behind her, meaning not me. Mayor's appearance at the January 6th, 2021 DC protests also gave her professional grief. She wasn't near the violence that erupted that day, but she says one of her subsequent comedy gigs got calls asking if they were going to cancel her performance due to the connection. People will call venues of shows and say, "You're a white supremacist and a racist. How dare they hire you?" This led her to a position others like her have embraced: never apologize. It's about power and shutting down voices they don't like, she says. All of this confirmed Mayor's decision to avoid a conventional comedy career. I gave up the dream of Saturday Night Live so long ago. They expect a cookie cutter performer. Also, I'm white. Cancel culture does two things to comedians like her, she says. It toughens you up and it makes someone more attractive to those seeking authentic comic voices. Society is wanting more raw, real comedians. Politicians are fake. Our news is fake. It's pandering and bullshit, she says. The soft-spoken Lou Perez isn't as bombastic as Mayr or Berg, and he didn't set out to do political comedy. However, he couldn't help himself when he signed up with We the Internet TV in 2015, and then he goes on talking about how Lou does sketches like towards social justice warriors. But yeah, isn't that exciting? I think he also mentions Don Jameson in here. Yeah. This is pretty fucking cool. It's pretty cool to be in a book. I'm in a book. Comedian, okay, this is on page 195. Comedian Don Jameson has to work the average room a little differently in the current environment. Stand-ups often will tweak their material for each new crowd, noting how a certain gag might hit harder in one city or a club than the next. The newer version of that approach has the host of That Jameson Show on Compound Media assessing what material might rile what table or group. The comedy veteran knows most audiences in the 40 and up bracket won't be offended by a certain punchline, but they may take their cues from younger patrons in the crowd, a demographic much quicker to offend. So younger people are less happy and much quicker to offend. Well, what does that tell you? It creates a very strange vibe in the room, Jameson says. You unite the crowd, as any great comic should do. You just have to figure out how to make it all work. The dirty little secret about offended audience members, 99% of them aren't actually offended. It's an act, part of the cultural conversation happening in the modern comedy era, he says. They're told they're supposed to be offended by their peers, he adds. Jameson recorded his most recent comedy album, Denim and Laughter, from material he shared in every kind of venue, from rock halls to traditional comedy theaters. Yeah, he opened for and still does open for a lot of rock bands. I don't know if you guys watched that metal show, but that's what he was on VH1 before he came to Compound. So, yeah, so he goes on to talk about all the experience that he's had. What's maddening to Jameson is not knowing what joke or routine might offend a select group. Sure, politics is the ultimate hot button in modern times, followed closely by race and any fill in the blank shaming du jour. Everything is triggering from joke to joke. You have no idea where people are going to get offended by. Don't get him started on comedians itching for clapter over laughs. For the uninitiated, that refers to jokes eliciting approval, applause, not actual laughter. I see it all the time, and it's pathetic. And he talks about Mark Hughes. He also mentions Ryan Long in this chapter. He mentions Carrie Smith, who used to be a comedy booker. She worked on the W. Kamau Bell show, Totally Biased, right? I think that's what it was called. She's in here. Talks about, I think, Pete Davidson. Pretty cool. Pretty exciting. So check it out. Christian Toto's book, Archie Bombs, How Hollywood Got Woke and Lost Its Soul. See, Christian, I'm out here doing all this free promo for you. Sup, Young Pay. Morning, folks. What's going on, Young Pay? Are you an early bird? Ghost of Tsar Nicholas II. It does toughen us up. It has. I feel it, and I'm not alone. I know we can become stronger and stronger. Yeah, man. Get it. Ooh, hello, Benjamin Flensburg, for 50 dick dollars. I don't know what DKK means. Walking around the kitchen doing dishes, listening. I want Lady Mayr to do audiobooks. Frosk! That would be awesome. I would love to just read a book. It's very, I don't know, it's relaxing to do. I'm sure, I don't know, hopefully it's like relaxing to listen to. Sup, Russ, man. By the way, see you, Tampa. You need to move to Florida. Being funny is okay down here. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I enjoy Florida. I was just talking last night with Lorena Creole, who lives in Florida. And she does a show called Welcome to Florida, where she covers a lot of like funny, like Florida man type stories. She's the producer of Toxic Femininity, The Dark Council. She's pretty cool. I liked her a lot. Oh, who else do we have coming up? I also had a really killer, amazing interview / talk with Buck Angel yesterday. He is just the best. So easy to talk to. Like truly, truly a special guy. Today at 5, we got Alex Stein coming up. You know, Alex Stein, the guy who went viral for doing that dumb dance at like a Texas town hall where he was like dressed like a male. Well, he is a male, dressed like a nurse, and he was doing like this dumb like vaccine dance. So I got him at 5, and Tyler Fisher, my boy Tyler Fisher, at 8 o'clock. Very excited to talk to both of them dudes. Apex Comics. Did I? Oh, I read that already. I read it already. Sup, guys? I can't believe there's 400 people watching. Oh, it's officially the afternoon. Well, now it's afternoon with Mayr, but it doesn't have the same ring. Mayr in the noon. Row House. Chrissie, what do you think of the Whoopi Goldberg story? When the left gets canceled, do we rejoice or reject the premise of cancel culture? This is interesting. So this is a fast moving story, right? I feel like there's been a lot of developments. Whoopi is I think it's okay to enjoy when the left, like, steps in it, especially if these people are hypocritical, especially if they have been big on canceling other people. You know what I mean? If they're preachy and kind of shitty the way Whoopi Goldberg is. So this is out of Louder with Crowder. Whoopi Goldberg apologizes for Holocaust comments, then goes on Stephen Colbert and doubles down on stupidity. Whoopi Goldberg's ignorance and mind-numbing stupidity were on display Monday. It's par for the course when watching The View. So I guess this took place. Did it take place the same day? Like she said what she said on The View, and then she went straight to Colbert the same day? But Whoopi took it to a new level, claiming the Holocaust wasn't about race. Even Joy Behar sat there saying, that's messed up. Whoopi was quick to apologize to those who were offended. And here's her apology tweet on today's show. And this is, this is on the 31st. So this is like a couple days ago. This was Monday. My God, it seems a long time ago. On today's show, I said the Holocaust is not about race, but about man's inhumanity to man. I should have said it is about both, as Jason Greenblatt from the Anti-Defamation League shared. It's like, why do you have to pull in somebody else? Like, can't you just, I don't know. The Holocaust was about the Nazis' systematic annihilation of the Jewish people, who they deemed to be an inferior race. I stand corrected. Jewish people around the world have always had my support, and that will never waver. I'm sorry for the hurt I caused. Did she cause any hurt? Written with my sincerest apologies, Whoopi Goldberg. She could have left it there and gone on a long planned in advance vacation. Is this really that bad? I mean, did anybody watch the video? Did anybody see this? Are there any people who are genuinely offended by this? Like, Jewish or not Jewish? I just don't see what the big deal is. Instead, she went on Colbert to explain herself. That's never a good idea. Colbert did his best to help her to mansplain, and Catholic explain away what she meant. Instead, well, if you're looking for someone to be genuine, like Colbert wouldn't be my first pick. Ugh, I can't stand his dumb face.
To the Late Show. Hey, Nadira. Hey, everybody. My first guest tonight is the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award winner you know as moderator of The View. She has just executive produced a new Lifetime movie called Caught in His Web. Please welcome back to The Late Show, our friend and yours, Ms. Whoopi Goldberg.
Is she our friend? See, I wonder if this was like a last minute jump on. She doesn't like, what is she wearing? Sandals? She's wearing Tevas with socks? She doesn't look healthy. Which I feel like is where a lot of this stems from. She looks like, you know what she looks like she's wearing right now? When you go and get your hair done and they put on a smock, it's like a black, big, shapeless tarp that they throw on you and it buttons in the front. Exactly like this does. And you do it to keep you wear it to keep you from getting hair dye on your clothes. This is literally what she's wearing. Poor girl.
Good to see you again.
And you.
Now, you made some news this morning.
Yes.
On The View.
I did.
When y'all were talking about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And what would you care to follow up? Clarify what you said this morning?
I don't know,
because it confused some people.
It upset a lot of people.
Yes.
Which was never, ever, ever, ever my intention. I thought we were having a discussion because I feel being Black, when we talk about race, it's a very different thing to me. Mm-hmm. So I said that
she can't be racist because she's Black.
It wasn't about race. And people got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the mail from folks and the very real anger because people feel very differently. But I thought it was a salient discussion because as a Black person, I think of race.
Guys, she's
as
Black, in
being
case you
something
forgot.
That I can see. So I see you and I know what race you are. And the discussion was about how I felt about that. I felt that it was really more about man's inhumanity to man and how horrible people can be to people. And we're seeing it manifest itself these days. But people were very angry and they said, no, we are a race. And I understand. I felt differently.
Sounds like perhaps
I respect everything everyone is saying.
she
to
just
me, and
stepped in it, and these people
I
are
don't
like
wanna fake
nitpicking what she said.
apologize. I'm very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying. And so because
Yeah,
of
it sucks when people
they're saying that
turn
I'm
on you as quickly as you
anti-Semitic
turn on
and
other
that,
people.
I'm denying the Holocaust and all these other things, which,
Doesn't she
never
know? Like,
occurred to me.
don't Hollywood people know, like, not to touch the Holocaust at all? Like, if you have any like, don't they know this is a hot button issue by now? And it's like, just avoid it altogether. Do you know what I mean? Like, knowing who your audience is, knowing what show you're on. I just don't know why she doesn't know better.
To do. I thought we were having a discussion about race, which everyone I think is having.
As the white guy in the conversation here, I am neither Jewish nor am I black, and so I have a different perspective of all of this.
Yes.
It seems to me that whiteness is a construct created by colonial powers during
How much does
the
this sound? He's
beginning
just
of
reading off a
colonial
definition.
imperialist era in order to exploit other people, and that they could apply it to all different kinds of people, that idea of race. And the American experience tends to be based on skin.
Yes. And so that is what race means to me. When you talk about being a racist, I was saying you can't call this racism. This was evil. This wasn't based on the skin.
Okay.
You couldn't tell who was Jewish. They had to delve deeply to figure
I
it out.
feel like
Well, I think
this
one
is
of the
kind of
reasons why
Whoopi.
that
I
people-
feel like what Whoopi might have been getting at is like she just wants to be in the apex victim group. Like, I think this is all shaping up for her to be like, well, being black is worse than being Jewish, even though both groups face persecution for the group that they're in. I feel like this was her way of being like, well, I just want everyone to know that it's still worse to be black. But she did it in such a way that ticked off people and made her sound like you can't even sound a whiff of anti-Semitic, because then they'll be after you.
Might say, and again, I'm not Jewish and I'm black,
Right.
but as someone who understands, what I've read of how the Nazis operated, when they found out that you were of the Jewish race,
Right.
that's why they'd make you wear a star, so they
Yes.
could see you,
So
and
they could identify you. But
Yes.
my point is they had to do the work. If the Klan is coming down the street and I'm standing with a Jewish friend and neither one, well, I'm going to run. But if my friend decides not to run,
What is the
they'll
point
get
of
passed
bringing up
by
like
most
such a
times
hypothetical?
Because you can't tell who's Jewish. You don't know. It's not something that people say, oh, that person is Jewish or this person is Jewish. And so that's what I was trying to explain. And I understand that not everybody sees it that way, and that I did a lot of harm, I guess, to myself. And people, decided
there is
I
no
was
Klan
all these
coming
other
down the
things.
street,
I'm
though,
actually
Whoopi.
not. And I'm incredibly torn up by being told these things about myself. And,
I hate not being liked. It's the worst. Critics were not impressed with her. Should we finish this? She's got like a minute left.
Get it. Folks are angry. I accept that. And I did it to myself. This was my thought process, and I will work hard not to think that way again.
I hate that.
Have you come to understand that
I hate that she feels like she has to say these things,
because they might asking the Nazis.
What she said really wasn't all that bad.
Well, see, this is what's interesting to me.
But she's in the
because
woke
the
crew.
Nazis lied. It wasn't. They had issues with ethnicity, not with race, because most of the Nazis were white people, and most of the people they were attacking were white people. So to me, I'm thinking, how can you How can you say it's about race if you are fighting each other?
Yeah, I think
So
for the crew that
it
she's
all
in,
really
she should
began
know
because I
better.
said, how will we explain to children what
That she should know
happened
what's gonna
in
piss
Nazi
people
Germany?
off.
This wasn't, I said, this wasn't racial. This was about white on white. And everybody said, no, 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 it was racial. And so that's what this all came from. So once again, don't write me anymore. I know how you feel. Okay, I already know. I get it. And
She's like, please stop.
I'm going to take your word for it and never bring it up again.
We have to take a quick break, but stick around. We're right back with more.
She doesn't seem like she understands. She's just like, I guess I'm wrong. I'll never bring it up again. Please don't cancel me. Please stop. It's like her vibe is very much like I don't like a kid who doesn't understand really fully what they did wrong, but like is just repeating back what people tell them and is like, I guess I'll never do it again. And it's like that's kind of this is the world she's in. This is the company she keeps. You know, wasn't she like a comedian at some point? I don't know. Critics were not impressed. Jewish radio host Tony Katz said it was unreal that she essentially doubled down on her stupidity. Right, she tried to explain herself rather than if this appearance was just for her to apologize, she should have kept it to that and instead of like I think she genuinely is confused why people are going after her. And you can see in this Colbert appearance, she's really trying to like find her way through it when really like this appearance was nobody cares whether she understands or is sorry. I think they just want her to be like just back away from it and be like, whatever you say. Just say that she's sorry. I don't think people care. You know, you just have to say the right things. And she didn't say the right things. And nobody wants to see her figure it out, which she kind of did on Colbert here. So to people, I can see how it comes across as like doubling down instead of just being like, I'm so sorry. Don't hurt me. Bye. Please watch The View. Jewish commentator Ben Shapiro echoed the sentiments and pointed out how Colbert helped her do so. We'll see if Whoopi addresses the issues today on The View or if she even shows up today to The View. Expect a healthy dose of whataboutism and excessive Trump referencing. Ooh. So to answer your question, like, do I feel bad? I don't feel bad because she's chosen to be someone on The View. This is the company she keeps. This is the life she's chosen for herself. She's chosen to go Hollywood rather than, I guess, like live a life of a true comedian like an Adam Carolla or even like a truth speaker like a Joe Rogan. So you're on The View. Even if you're a comedian, don't expect different rules because that's what you're doing. I wonder if it's going to give her any kind of self-awareness. Probably not. I think when a lot of leftists get sort of canceled or like mini canceled, whatever you would call this is like a slap on the wrist for her. She's not going anywhere. It's just like, whoosh, it just lets people know, like, you got to stay in line. You can't ever say the wrong thing or else you're out of a job. Or it's like, I don't know. It sucks. She really can't kind of like be her own person and feel her way through these ideas. You just have to say the right thing. Kelly Johnson, when are you going to watch Game of Thrones, Chrissy? Game of Thrones, it's so many episodes. It's such a big, long show. I don't even know where to start. Are there crib notes for this? Are there cliff notes? I don't know. Maybe I will watch it just to check out the fine work of Peter Dinklage. The Physicality Channel. This stream takes place from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on February 2nd, 2022. The day everything changed. Events occur in real time. What? I guess it depends on your time zone, right? Sup, Russell Hall. It's morning somewhere. It is morning somewhere. Metalhead Madman. Chrissy, you're a hot, soulless ginger waifu. I should know. I'm a soulless ginger myself. Lol. Well, thank you. I'm still trying to learn what waifu means. It seems like an Asian slang. Mark L. The hottest redhead. Thanks, Mark. Mark doesn't appear to have hair, but we won't hold that against him. Russell Hall back for 5. Goldberg's comments are a symptom of the victim wars. Everyone throws shade at the other victim groups to garner more clout for their selective group. Exactly. That is why Whoopi brings up the fact that she's black so many times, because she's like, hey, I'm gonna let you guys know I'm still part of a victim group. Don't hold me accountable. Like, don't be so harsh. Hey, Frank. Whoopi is mad. I Twitter DM'd you a story that just came out. Interesting. Yeah, she seemed a little ticked off on that Colbert appearance. All right, I'm going to bring up this Whoopi article. Thanks, Frank. I like that Frank communicates with me through not Snapchat, but through Super Chat. If you want to talk to me, you got to pay. Exclusive. This came out, wow, just moments ago. Whoopi is livid, threatening to quit The View over her suspension. She was suspended? Oh, boy. The 66-year-old EGOT, that means Emmy, Grammy, something Tony? Oscar Tony winner made the eyebrow-raising claim on Monday's program, insisting that Nazis and Jews were both white. Oh, boy. You stepped in it, girlfriend. Oh, this is just music.
The Holocaust isn't about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man.
ABC News President Kim Godwin then announced late Tuesday that, so this is, yesterday, like late yesterday, that effective immediately, I am suspending Whoopi Goldberg for her wrong and hurtful comments. Woo, that was fast. I feel like that was pretty, is that a little harsh? Is that a little bit much? But I'm not surprised. Look, come on, it's the fucking View. It's ABC. It's woke leftist legacy media. What else do you expect? Network insiders told the outlet that Goldberg's co-host, I guess I can read this while the music plays. Network insiders told the outlet that Goldberg's co-hosts Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, and Anna Navarro are furious that she was suspended. Oh, okay. All right, maybe they have her back a little bit. With Navarro saying, Whoopi is a lifelong ally to the Jewish community. She is not an anti-Semite, period. Yeah, I don't think she's an anti-Semite either. Wow. They are so happy to just eat their own. Whoopi Goldberg is livid after she was suspended from The View over her claim that the Holocaust was, quote, not about race, and is telling coworkers she is going to quit the show, according to a source. Oh, thanks a lot. I don't care about the super yacht. She should quit the show. Maybe she should do something else. Wouldn't that be great if she became like a fucking comedian again? Goldberg, 66, feels humiliated at being disciplined by ABC execs after she followed their advice to apologize for the ill-conceived comments. Yeah, you think she wanted to go on Colbert and double down? No, they were like, you gotta go on this apology tour. You do one step out of line. Whoosh, they crack the whip. They make you apologize. Okay. So she's humiliated after ABC told her to apologize. A well-placed insider told the Post she feels ABC execs mishandled this. She followed their playbook. She went on The Late Show with Colbert and apologized again on The View the next day. So she did everything that was asked of her. She did everything possible, and it's still not enough. Surprise, surprise. The source added that while Goldberg is taking the suspension hard and says she wants to leave the show, insiders believe she is likely just sounding off. Her ego has been hurt and she's telling people she's going to quit. The source said suspension from The View is like getting suspended from Bravo. The bar is very low. I think they just do this. I think they're suspending her, honestly, just for the press release, just so people will tune into The View. I think it's meaningless. I think the suspension is ultimately meaningless. They just want to like squeeze this for everything it's worth. Reps for Goldberg and ABC did not return requests for comment. Goldberg raised eyebrows on The View Monday when she insisted that Nazis and Jews were both white. Higher ups at the network. Yeah, you can't. Once you even infer that Jews are not their own ethnicity, like how do you not know this by now, Whoopi? People are gonna be upset with that. Urged her to make amends on the Late Show that evening. She repeated the statement while attempting to clarify her comments. The next day, she invited Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt on the show to discuss her offensive remarks and to apologize again. Wow, so she's doing everything she can do. But her words weren't enough. For the ABC top brass, Kim Godwin announced her decision to suspend. Wow, Goldberg for 2 weeks? Late Tuesday, telling staffers that such decisions are never easy but necessary. Words matter, and we must be cognizant of the impact our words have. I think they're more just, it's less about the words and more about like the slew of hate mail and the power of cancel culture. And people still say there's no such thing as cancel culture. Lol. Words matter. We must be cognizant of the impact our words have, Godwin wrote in a memo to employees that dubbed Goldberg's initial comments as wrong and hurtful. As news of the suspension rippled through the network, it angered not only Goldberg, but her co-hosts. I love Whoopi Goldberg. I love The View, Anna Navarro told the Daily Beast on Tuesday evening. This was an incredibly unfortunate incident. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Whoopi is a lifelong ally to the Jewish community. She is not an anti-Semite. Duh. I think that's pretty obvious. She wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, this is crazy. I am sad. I have nothing else to say. Goldberg first argued that the Holocaust went beyond race during a discussion on The View about a Tennessee school district's decision to ban Mouse, the Pulitzer Prize-winning graphic novel about a Holocaust survivor. We'll talk about why they banned this graphic novel. The Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man. I mean, it's about a few things. I would say that's definitely a component of it. But yeah, she should have known better. Oh, Whoopi. I think people like learn when they learn. Don't they realize like this is the world that she's in? Morgan Babcock. What's happening with my hair? I don't know. As a woman named Karen Johnson who appropriated a Jewish last name, she should try and act sympathetic a little bit. I think she tried. She tried apologizing. She tried to be as sympathetic as she could. I think deep down she didn't think what she said was that big a deal. And she just can't hide it. And maybe she's sick of like pretending. I missed some super chat. Jeff Zucker resigns. Is that true? Okay. Let me scroll back. Let me scroll back to these super chats. You guys are saying she was wrong to say what she said. Why do you keep saying I look like Captain Picard? What is that about? Head shape? I guess I've heard worse. All right. Let me scroll. Wow, I've been doing this for 43 minutes already. Rojas, Goldberg's argument seems to be our group suffers more, thus no other group suffers. I do feel like she was hinting at that. Yeah, I think that was the nugget underneath all this. That's why she doesn't feel bad. I think that's why she's genuinely not sorry. In the Oppression Olympics, we win the gold medal. In woke world, they all fight for more victim points. Yes. 100%. 100%. Blackest Night. I think you're 100% correct. It's about who's the bigger victim group. I will not shed a tear for her, considering she owned her own cruise ship. She owned her own cruise ship? Damn. Whoopi cruises. It's like always a little bit sinking because she's fucking fat. Okay. Outcast Creative for 10 pounds. Hi, Chrissie. Our intro to you was when we thought you were actually Frosk on FNT. Love your content. Gotta have you as a guest co-host on our industry interviews. Drinker and Maller are on with us 8 p.m. GMT. Green Mountain Time? Greastern? What does G stand for? Geranium? Global? How dumb is I? I have to Google GMT. What is GMT? Greenwich Mean Time, of course. Yeah, I would love to do that. I would like to do that. Poor Whoopi. Oh, I don't really feel bad. Matthew Hammond, should we give Whoopi the benefit of the doubt when she does not extend that to others? Yeah, get him. Get him, Matt. Oh, my camera's freaking out. Yeah. Maybe this will give her some self-awareness. Maybe she'll realize, like, truly what's going on. But yeah, she doesn't seem to. If somebody else were to say something like that, maybe she wouldn't have freaked out, like a comment about the Jewish community. But if someone had said something similar, maybe about like light-skinned Black people, I could see her freaking out just the same. Because it's like the bat signal of the oppressed group sends out a bat signal, and then everyone's like, ah, come to the aid. Jeff Hillman, Holocaust references are bad and frankly hack. True. Yeah, she really should know better to not step into that at all. Um, I mean, she can say how she feels. She just can't do it on The View. Russell Hall, slavery affected Black people and was racially based. So the focus of other bad events affecting other races based on race steals clout from Black people. Yeah, I think she was trying. This all came from the place of wanting to win the Oppression Olympics. Happy Black History Month, guys. Woo! What else is going on? Oh, I want to see your comments. She doesn't get it. For her, racism only exists if it's related to Black and white. Yeah, it really shows her. It really shows us where she's at. And she doesn't. It almost is like she's saying racism doesn't really happen to anybody but Black people, and nobody can be oppressed like Black people can be oppressed. Yep. Happy Black History Month, guys. We're having fun. We're having fun. Looks like a taste of your own medicine. Ooh, Jeff Zucker resigns from CNN. I knew Jeff Zucker when he was CEO of NBC back when I had an internship at NBC. What was that, 2004? I interned at Dateline, and I remember when Zucker was captain of the ship over there at NBC. Jeff Zucker resigns from CNN after disclosing relationship with colleague. Ah, look at him. Don't these guys all kind of look the same? Like bald and a little bit like comic book villains. Is this what happens to you? Like the more money you get, the more you just look like a comic book villain? You can tell this tie costs more than like my whole life. CNN chief Jeff Zucker abruptly resigned from the news giant Wednesday, throwing the management of one of Warner Media's prized assets into utter disarray just weeks before the company is expected to be taken over by Discovery after an investigation into fired anchor Chris Cuomo. Oh, he's trying to get away from the Chris Cuomo stuff. After Cuomo revealed that Zucker had not disclosed a consensual relationship with an unnamed colleague. Why is that such a big deal? Oh, because he's like in a position of power. And I guess you got to really, when you're the boss, you really got to watch who you're banging. As part of the investigation into Chris Cuomo's tenure. Oh, but of course, Cuomo's going to when he's in hot water, he's going to throw people under the bus. Why not? As part of the investigation into Cuomo's tenure at CNN, I was asked about a consensual relationship with my closest colleague, someone I've worked with for more than 20 years. Oh, I wonder if he was like cheating on a wife or were they just like a thing? I acknowledge the relationship evolved in recent years. I was required to disclose when it began, but I didn't. Yeah, that's not hot. I gotta submit to HR who you're banging. That's kind of lame. I was wrong, Zucker wrote in the memo to staff. As a result, I am resigning today. Really? I don't know. I feel like something else is going on. This seems like a very small thing to resign over. Zucker also oversees Turner Sports, another critical asset, and was largely tasked with supervising the bulk of Warner Media's live programming, seen as a bulwark against the migration of one-time TV viewers to blah, blah, blah. Boring, boring, boring. The colleague is widely believed to be Allison Gollust, CNN's chief marketing officer and a longtime Zucker lieutenant. She has worked closely with Zucker since his time at NBC. Hey, hey. I wonder if I saw her. What does she look like? Allison Gollust. Let's see if I recognize her. Allison Gollust. Is she hot? No, she's not. Her eyes are a little close together. Let's like pull up a picture. I know I'm being a girl right now, but I just want you guys to get a visual. All right, so this is what we're working with here. Oh, I guess she's hot for like working in NBC News. Like, it's probably not unless you're gonna bang an anchor. There's probably not that much to choose from. Okay, back to the story. She worked closely with Zucker at NBC, where he enjoyed a quick rise to the top as executive producer of The Today Show and subsequently went on to oversee NBC Entertainment and then NBC Universal as a whole when it was owned by General Electric. Jeff and I have been close friends and professional partners for over 20 years, and I suck his dick. No, she didn't say that. Recently, our relationship changed during COVID. I regret that we didn't disclose it at the right time. When is the right time? When, like, you know what I mean? Well, I fingered you. I better go tell everyone. And also, I want to know, were they married? Was one or both of them? Because if they were married, that's why they didn't disclose it. I'm incredibly proud of my time at CNN, and I look forward to continuing the great work we do every day. Gollust has expressed an interest in staying at the company. Warner Media was expected to unveil an interim leadership plan. I have accepted Jeff Zucker's resignation as chairman of Warner Media, News and Sports, and president of CNN Worldwide. Blah, blah, blah. We thank him for the things. The news is said to have roiled? What? Roiled? Is that a word? People at CNN, I'm devastated. Don Lemon. So devastated. The network's late primetime anchor. CNN's falling apart. Told Variety in an interview, I just think so highly of Jeff, and he is the best boss we've ever had, and one of the best things that has ever happened to CNN, other than me, of course. There are probably going to be a lot of nervous people at CNN because Jeff is really the glue there. Said, I wonder if some bigger shit is about to come out. Who has gained traction at CNN since becoming elevated from anchoring weekends to 2 hours of CNN programming each night. He made us relevant again. What? Then I guess he didn't do that good of a job. When Zucker joined CNN in 2013, the network was lagging Fox News. Yeah, and you guys still suck. Lagging Fox News and MSNBC, both of which focus on their most watched partner in programming. Partisans, blah, blah, blah. Typically conservatives don't watch CNN. In the process, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if he's bailing because of the Cuomo stuff and there's more shit coming out. Many of the most successful anchors at CNN, Cuomo, Brianna, Kylar, Lemon, Van Jones, have been able to offer more analysis. Boring, boring, boring. This article is so boring. I could barely get through it. All right, so he's leaving. Is that really such a big deal? Or is this the reason he's leaving and then some more shit will come through later? I don't know. Zucker's gonna run for POTUS. He drove CNN into the ground. Yeah. Oh, he's worth $60 million. Yeah. Does he even need to get another job? Operation Mockingbird CNN. He doesn't need to get another job. He doesn't have to update his LinkedIn and get back out there. Yeah, they did need Trump to survive. They've been flailing ever since Trump left, and obviously since the Chris Cuomo stuff. Not a shock, but literally CNN was in bed with Andrew Cuomo. Yeah. Oh, Rittenhouse indicated he was getting ready to start suing media outlets. Maybe they're afraid of Sandman 2.0. Very interesting. This is interesting too. Project Veritas already revealed that climate change is supposed to be the next big push from CNN. Yes. Oh yeah. I think a lot of us could see that coming. They're like, well, let's just use the COVID scare tactics that are waning now for COVID. Let's just use that but with climate change. If Zucker is quitting, that means he's sure that Trump won't run again. Oh. Interesting. Interesting guesses from the chat. Is Trump christening a baby today? Because all of his enemies seem to be falling. I would love to see Don Lemon fall next. He's such an arrogant dirtbag. Trump is behind the CNN problems. Yeah. Good for Project Veritas. I should send them more money. They send me mail every once in a while. They're like, please, we're under attack. Yeah, Project Veritas is doing the Lord's work. Okay. This is fun. Hi, guys. The coffee creamer issue from yesterday has been cleared up, by the way. I wanted to update everyone. I stopped using the one that was like almondy based, and I'm now using this one that's it's another gay creamer. It's not like a straight up coffee. Well, there's coffee made in the house and half. I kind of sometimes will use either one of those, but I like this gay creamer that I've been using now. It's obviously you can see no separation at all. No weird like bits. Oh my god, I'm gonna dump this into my little freaking lap. Oh my god, this is asking for me to pour this into my computer, but I just want you to see there's no weird bits. What is the thing called? It's like got protein in it. It's got like MCT in it. It's called Super Creamer. I like it because it's got yeah, it's called Super Creamer. It comes in like a white and gold carton. It's like a keto coffee creamer. I guess there's protein and shit in it. I like it, guys. I don't know. Should I give up carbs? Is that what I have to do to get svelte? Maybe. But I live with a lot of Italians. I feel like that's going to be a challenge. So, all right. Are you guys sending anybody Valentine's? Uh-oh. Did the dog eat the Valentine's I was going to send out? Oh, shit. I had Valentine's for my niece and nephew right here. Oh no. Oh no. Where are they? Do you guys send Valentine's to your family? Is that gay? I'm like an old school person who likes to send cards still. My Uncle Billy's birthday is coming up next week. It's on the 13th. And by uncle, I mean my dad's best friend who accidentally sent me a dick pic a year or two ago at the beginning of lockdown. That was fun. That was a fun time for me. Don't worry, Uncle Billy. Your secret is safe with me and 644 people who are listening. I still never told my dad. Never told my dad. What do you say? Hey, Dad, your best friend sent me a nude photo of themselves. Like, there's no way to really slip that into a conversation. Did I tell my mom? No, this was after she died. I think I told just about everyone but him. But I don't know. If he wasn't like my dad's best friend, I would have been like, I have mixed feelings. Metalhead Madman. So, boy, Six and Hammer 666 is sure Trump plans to run for president again. Ooh, what do you guys think? He can't run and DeSantis. It can't, because that would be so dumb. You would split the base so much. I think Florida probably selfishly wants DeSantis not to run for president so that they can keep him all to themselves. I would love to get James O'Keefe on here. I had him. I actually interviewed Project Veritas like early in my early in the CMP episodes. I would love to have him back. He's crushing it. Michaela Peterson had him on recently. Michaela has, her podcast is fucking awesome. She has great guests. I think I have a crush on her. Okay. Matthew Hammond. Search BOMB scare at Kansas Home Depot. Funny news clip minus the spaces. What? Oh, is it really funny? Let's try it out. This better be worth it. Oh, 2 years ago. This is not topical. What are you doing? Oh. Okay. This has to do with pooping. All right, I appreciate it. Let's bring it up. Not topical, guys, but fun.
At a Kansas Home Depot, police responded to reports of a bomb threat at the store in Wichita. A customer alerted employees. A man inside the bathroom said there was a bomb in the building. Police were able to locate the man responsible for those comments, and that man told police he warned other guests to leave the restroom because he was, quote, fixing to blow it up, but had no intention of causing a panic. Man also told police others in the room laughed,
That's great.
understanding his joke, which I'm just now getting. Home Depot says they will not be pressing charges.
No.
But I can tell you right now, you asked the producer for me to read that, didn't you? To Ethan now, please.
No.
Oh, Ethan, you scamp. How do newscasters even have fun in their lives? Like, they have to be... I bet, like, newscasters get blackout drunk. Like, they have to be so together and so polished every day. Their hair and makeup has to be perfect all the time. I bet they're like, yeah, let's black out. You scamp. Good for you. That was fun. That was fun, guys. Oh yeah, Frosk. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw. Oh yeah, maybe that is Nancy Grace. Frosk has like a full body tattoo, and people are wondering if I will do that in my next impression of Frosk. I don't know. I don't know if I want to Sharpie up my whole backside, and then it won't come off. Let's see. Francis, booyah. Make a joke about Boris, Trudeau, and Biden, please. Trudeau is such a pussy. I can't believe he's calling the truckers convoy like racist. How? It's like these are people that are anti-mandate, and it literally affects all races, all ethnicities. So for him to call it, what is he calling it? Racist, misogynist, like whatever ist. It's like you can't ist your way out of this, Trudeau. What a puss. Stalin, Falcon, people never think long term. DeSantis is young. You can theoretically lock in 3 terms if Trump wins in 24. Oh, right. Like if Trump runs again and then DeSantis follows it up. Ew, you really think Hillary's going to be the DNC nominee? Ew. How could she possibly run again? How is she not universally hated at this point? Newscasters are NPCs. They don't require fun. No, they don't. I wanted to be a newscaster way back when. That's why I interned at Dateline. That's why I was at NBC back in 2004. And I was like, wow, Stone Phillips is boring as fuck. I was like, I can't have this be my life. I was like making photocopies of rundowns. It was kind of fun. It was, the most fun was like being in Rockefeller Center in that GE building, and like I had fun going to the food court, and I was like, ooh, because I was in college. I was like an idiot kid still. So it's fun to take the train into the city and like, dress up and wear like, reasonable high heels twice a week for college credit. It's pretty good. Here we go. Kelly Johnson, Chrissie fears nail salon mask Karens. I do. I really do want to get my nails done again. And I'm afraid to go over there because I'm afraid to run into Karen again. So I'm trying to like, I don't know her name, but I have to like peer in, see if she's there. and then go because my toes are looking bad. It's bad. All right, guys. Oh, I was just about to leave and we got another super chat from Notable Zero. Hey, Chrissy, we love you. Oh, I love you too. Nice to listen to your takes and giggle along. Glad you're alive so often now. And I bet him sending you the D pic was not an accident. That's what people are saying. That's what people have been saying, that it wasn't an accident. Why would you send a dick pic to your best friend's daughter, though? Especially if she has a internet presence. You know what I mean? Row House. Can the Democrats ever have a white male or white female be the nominee again for president? I don't see anyone young. They have to run. I can't think of who, right? Other than Michelle Obama, who else would they run? What are they going to do? I think they're going to get donkey punched in the midterms. I just wanted to say that. Okay. Trump. Wow. Trump called. That's funny. Trump calls Zucker a world-class sleazebag. I don't know if you guys get these Trump emails. Statement by Trump. This is today. Jeff Zucker, a world-class sleazebag who has headed ratings and real news challenged CNN for far too long, has been terminated for numerous reasons, but predominantly because CNN has lost its way with viewers and everyone else. Don't we miss the truth? Don't we miss Trump's hot takes? I certainly do. Now is a chance to put fake news in the backseat because there may not be anything more important than straightening out the horrendous lamestream media in our country, and in the case of CNN, throughout the world. Jeff Zucker is gone. Congratulations to all. Yeah, I don't think it was about the relationship. The glass house, CNN is crumbling under its own weight. Misinformation, CNN. That's funny. What did he say here?
To do what he did. Anybody so perverted or so stupid to do what he did should not be entitled to a comeback. So hopefully we've heard
Cuomo?
last. Anybody.
I miss Trump. All right. Cool. Anybody know? Everyone's real quiet on Ghislaine Maxwell. What happened with her? Nobody knows. Everyone's keeping it quiet. What's going on with Joe Biden? Mayr in the morning. It's almost 1 o'clock. I should get my turtle on here. Or Frank Sun's turtle. Do you guys care about the troops going to Eastern Europe as tensions continue between Russia and Ukraine? I kind of like it when other countries have shit going on because it makes me feel a little bit better about the US. Interesting. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Poor Neil Young, not getting any traction. Good. I hope everybody leaves Spotify because they really just care about podcasting. They don't care about crusty boomers. Okay, guys. Oh, false flag. Biden is worried about midterms. He should be. Biden is trying to pull a war because his approval is 33%. Aha! Yes, of course. They love war. Okay. If Trump ran for president, be prepared for everything. Big tech knows he will go after them. They are ready to do anything to prevent that. Yeah, well, I think whoever the Republican nominee is has to address big tech because if they don't, it's going to be a real missed opportunity and they're just going to lose even more people. They got to really rally the troops on this one. You miss Trump's hotcakes? You'll see them again. I do miss his hotcakes. Matthew Hammond, I wanted some levity in the stream. Maybe you could add some funny internet videos to each Chrissy cast. Okay. Oh, am I not funny enough for you, Matthew? Are you here to complain? Are you not laughing enough? Wow. You want to laugh? You want some lols? Let's go see what libs of TikTok are doing. Libs of TikTok. I'll give you some funny. I'll give you some lols. Here we go. Let's share this. You want to laugh? You're here for fun. I'll give you fun. My kid spotted another little boy at the park today, which was probably his first interaction with another real-life kid in 2 years. Hi, I'm 5. I like video games. When he came home, he said, I have big news for you. This exchange was the big news. Yeah, sounds like you've been keeping your freaking kids in too long. February 2nd, Wednesday, wear rainbow colors to affirm trans affirming, queer affirming, globalism, and collective value. Oof. Yikes. I don't know. Let kids wear whatever they want because they're kids and they're not activists. Oh, wow. BLM's 13 guiding principles, collective value, blah, blah, blah. Boring. What is this?
Still the adult child sex. That's always a big seller.
Oh yeah.
What?
Well, I had good friends who said, "Are you crazy? Do not write that book."
Man, listen, you're talking to a guy who for 25 years has been making arguments
That is Russell.
more or less in defense of adult child sex in classrooms.
Ew.
I don't know if it's the same argument as yours, but
No, thanks. Who is Thaddeus Russell? Sounds like a pedo. Gross. No, thanks. That's not funny. That's concerning. Oh, wow. James Lindsay was supposed to teach a class on CRT with Thaddeus Russell tonight and over the next couple weeks. I will not be doing that now. Yeah. Got to get James Lindsay back. I miss him. He's great. He's so great to talk to. He's so fun. Finally got our introduction video after this many requests. All right, this looks good.
Introductory video. Yeah, that thing.
Hi, I'm Janae. I go by they, she, and my @ is Miss Purple Self.
I'm Dominic. I go by he, him, and my @ is the trans pan asshole.
I'm Keegs. I use they, it, and my @ is that random person 173.
Okay, I'm Kiara. I use
Brush your
they,
hair.
he, she pronouns, and my @ is
Your pronouns should be Fozzie/Bear. Look at your hair. That rhymes. I didn't mean to do that. Girl, if you can't even brush your hair in the morning, don't sweat your pronouns.
that random Gemini 14. Yeah.
My name is Alexander. I am he, they, and my @ is fatcat1010, spelled PH.
I'm Milo. I go by he, ze, it, and my username is milo.ya0.
Z it.
Hello, my name is Fern.
Like my pronouns are I have a zit.
Transgender. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm also pan.
Ayo, Dan. He,
Again,
him.
why can none of these kids figure out your hair, get it out of your face? Step 1, step 2. I mean, oh boy, these poor kids.
8_fruity_8. I'm Greer. I use all pronouns. Are you a vlogger? Yes, I'm a vlogger.
Everything.
I use all pronouns, and my @ is Greer_babe.
My pronouns are hey you.
You didn't put in the. We're in the toaster trio. Yeah, the toaster trio.
Oh, poor kids.
Hi, my name is Hades, and I go by they, them pronouns. And I am a Nico, not a furry. Get it right.
My sexy self is named
Oh my
Buck.
God. Just do your goddamn homework. You know what I mean? Cut this shit out. You're not fucking special. Like, everyone's special. But, like, mental illness.
And I go by he, they. And my Instagram is Lux Perez, 2 Z's, an underscore at the end. Yeah.
Okay, hi, my name is Kai. I use they, them pronouns. This is Rain. He uses he, him pronouns.
Oh, poor kids. Poor children.
Introductory video.
We are praying for the children. Oh, boy. That's enough internet for today. Oh, libs of TikTok. Are any of you guys parents? If you are, I'm sure you're doing a great job and not giving libs of TikTok any material. Yeah, the next generation. Hey, boobs in the chat. The next generation is screwed. I mean, every generation has baggage and challenges, but yeah, this one seems to be mental illness. Russell Hall, my pronouns are master and your majesty. Stretch rocks. You're so pretty, Chrissy. Oh. Well, thank you. Okay, I think I got them all. Blah, blah, blah. Me watching news. Yeah, girl, same. Russell Hall, no relation. Okay, good. Surfing Bird. Chrissy, if Frank ever blows it with you and you are ready for adequate, settle for me. You'll only regret it somewhat. All right. I'll take that. I'll take somewhat regret. Russell Hall, Russia preparing to invade Ukraine is fabricated narrative. All those pics of troop movements crop out images of major bases housing them. Okay, so this is like all a mirage. Sonorta Poopus, the truckers should paste full-size posters of Trudeau in blackface on their trucks. Yes, let's never forget that he did blackface. So I think the fact that he was like, he came, of course he goes to the BLM riots, but he's not going to show face at any of these trucker riots. Not riots, rallies. Interesting. I can't believe, I'm embarrassed to admit that I used to think Trudeau was kind of hot. Like that just shows you inside of the mind of the average, like dumb female voter. I was like, oh, he's so cute. He's so trustworthy. It's like, no, don't fall for it. Don't fall for a pretty face. That's my final thought for you guys. All right. Tune in. Oh, hey, Mackenzie. I'm a dude. I'm not even trans. Whoops. Sorry about that. The name Mackenzie. Okay. Tune in later. I'm going to have Alex Stein at 5, Tyler Fisher at 8. Going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see you later. Thank you for joining me on Mornings with Mayr. Talk to you soon. Bye.